start the timer as well. Hey guys, I'm with Jesse from KeepSpace, and we're just going to do a podcast.
What's up?
All about e-commerce trends and e-commerce trends for 2020. So we made up a list of 10 that we're going to talk through. So the first one is...
Did you want to put the snowball on that side? Or is that okay? Like, it's getting good audio, do you think?
I think so.
Think it's alright?
Yeah, the audio level's looking good on that side.
Alright, cool.
Okay.
We are doing a recording as well as the podcast, so you'll be able to see us and hear us if you so wish to on, where's this going, YouTube or where's this going?
Well, the video will be going on YouTube, but all the podcasts are available on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Overcast. There's all those.
It's not
Podbean.
it's not a self-promotion straight off the bat. We were just like,
it's just a new format for us because we're going to see if, recording
because
helps you
podcasts
guys as well.
are nice, but it's also cool to see because you might not be driving in the car and just be in park somewhere and you want to watch the video or something like that, and face to a name is also helpful.
Yeah.
So so we're talking about the best e-commerce trends, the top 10.
Yep.
And Simon has done an amazing job trying to get all the information together. So thank you for such amazing
Thank you for
work.
appearing on the podcast. You appeared on the first ever podcast, and now you're appearing on the first ever recorded podcast. So
Yay!
Consistency.
Special.
Okay, well, let's get into it. So the first trend, I guess this is probably the more generalized one, but online sales growth is unstoppable. So global e-commerce projected to increase from 1.3 trillion to 4.5 trillion in 2021.
Yes, sir, and ma'am, that's very true. It's something we have not seen slowing down at all. If anything, more and more are picking up on it.
Yep.
And I think it's usually picking up mainly because the fact that people are becoming more acceptable of the process. Laggards who were not so much doing it before are at least researching it. Like my own grandmother is going into Shopify Facebook marketplaces, and she's also going into the Kohl's online shopping platform because she's always trying, instead of looking at the newspapers and the clippers and trying to find the discounts, she's now going directly to the websites and finding the discounts and then going and shopping. She's not at the stage where she'll buy online, but she at least there is a progression occurring in that. So I genuinely think that this is just going to continue to grow.
Yeah, I think so too. And it's also the convenience factor as well.
Yeah.
It's like just buying whatever you want, wherever you want, whenever you want is super powerful.
It is.
Puts the power back in the consumer's hands, I think.
Also, when seeing like businesses, and I don't know if I'm taking away any of the other points, but just seeing how online sales are growing, there are so many more garage businesses kicking off.
True.
With a very basic infrastructure from their residential property, yet they have a really nice website, really good story behind it, with a really nice message, with a really good price tag, and they're just moving product through the existing infrastructures with Australia Post and with Toll and with FedEx and DHL. It's just going places, so it's super cool.
Yeah. I guess as well, bricks and mortars, they're now opening online stores, and now we're seeing online stores opening bricks and mortars, which I think is
Yeah.
It's funny how like it goes around in circles, I guess. You need to be present in both, I think, is probably the main takeaway.
Some online businesses are definitely realizing as well their opportunity, because like it's really funny though. We're here in Perth, Western Australia, so if you're hearing about this podcast from overseas, and in Perth, Western Australia, there's a suburb called Subiaco. There's also Victoria Park and a couple other areas where there's a lot of high traffic foot movement.
Yeah.
And especially in Subiaco, like it's becoming obvious that the foot traffic is not enough, but the online presence helps reinforce the foot traffic as well. So it does make sense that when people are opening up a brick and mortar store to their online business, it's like the online business supports the brick and mortar business.
Yeah.
Instead of it being vice versa. Which is super cool. But I cannot for the life of me think of one right now off the top of my head where I was like online, then went, can you think of any?
Ollie Clothing and StreetX. The only ones I can think of.
There you go.
They're like in Northbridge now, so they're the two that come straight to my mind.
Cool.
of being online first and opening bricks and mortar.
That's cool.
I think it's also a trust factor as well. Like I think if you buy something online and you know there's a physical shop, you think, oh yeah, it must be safe because I got a physical shop. If anything goes wrong, I can go there. It's like a point of contact. What do you think that's true as well? Would you rather?
Yeah, because like I might see something on a website somewhere, and even me, who's like we're doing the fulfillment side, I still feel like I want to go into the shop still. So like it's very rare I'll actually buy it, because it's usually when I buy things, it's usually like I must have it right now. I don't have 10 minutes to wait. I need it now. So I'll go to the location, pick it up and bring it back. So I still think, as in my age, 30 something, that going to the place, pick it up and come back is the fastest way. I mean, but that's just me.
Yeah.
That's just me. Yeah.
So trend number 2.
Yes.
Environmental topics influence buyers.
What's that all about?
So 50% of digital consumers have stated that environmental concerns impact their purchase decisions. So stuff like environmental packaging, is this recyclable? Where is this being made? Am I damaging the environment with what I'm buying? All that sort of stuff. It's impacting, especially for millennials, probably more so for millennials.
Yeah.
There's climate change and all that pollution. That's definitely a big trend that we're seeing appear.
Wow. Awesome.
I
haven't seen much in regards to that space, because it's so hard for me. Like, okay, it says 18 to 35 is the bracket.
Yeah.
I'm 37 this year, and when I see carbon neutral, I get it. There is credits being applied to where the funds of expenditure is going through. But because we're in the warehouse and we actually operate in a warehouse and we see the trucks and we see the vans and all the cardboard, it's really hard to understand how they're reducing that footprint in those arrangements. Because a lot of those guys that buy the products, they get it from China. Now, I'm not trying to say that it's a facade. What I'm just saying is, like, I see people who can buy these products for the eco-friendly satchels and stuff, but when they still come in, they come with on a cruise ship that ran on crude oil that comes through across the ocean, and it arrives here, and then it gets on a truck which runs on diesel that comes to the warehouse. It's then stored in a place in the warehouse, and then it goes in vans which run on petroleum most of the time, and then it arrives at the location, and it's gone through a cardboard box, it's gone through a plastic covering, it's also gone through but on the last mile delivery, it will be inside an eco-friendly satchel. So it's interesting to see how there's a lot of massive infrastructural changes that need to happen to make more of an environmental press, because it's almost like it just seems a bit cosmetic-y. Like it's a cosmetic purchase desire at the end. But if they really cared, they would try and be working on the larger picture.
Yeah, so like not just the end product, but the whole supply chain.
The whole cycle. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like if there was a way to see that, then I'd be like, okay, I really see how they're making an environmental difference.
Yep.
Like if they were a part of the development of the product purchasing arrangement. They went to China. They actually saw this product get made. They saw that it came from a renewable type of plastic. Then I'd be like, okay, that's really cool. And then have it certified. Most of the plastics they'll get there, they'll be gelatined down and then they'll be set in place from a raw material it's really, I haven't jumped on that bandwagon myself. Based on what I see really happening. Okay. Because when you really see what's happening, it's like, wow, there's actually a lot going on. I get the point where they're saying, okay, I'm going to put 10% of my revenue into planting trees. I think that's cool. But you can't claim that you're environmentally conscious on the way the products are being made and shipped and distributed, because that's where most of the money is spent. So it's like, if they spend more money on that and change the attitudes of how that moves, I'd be like, wow, that's really good. For example, when I see Sendle, which is a type of shipping carrier aggregator, They run on a carbon neutral approach, but it's really hard to see how those different projects are really impacting the larger picture of carbon being put in the air by vehicles. Like, that's a massive thing. Anyway, I don't mean to go on about it. I just thought, I just haven't seen enough.
Yeah. It's a relatively new thing as well. I mean, maybe the idea of being environmentally friendly isn't that new, but I think businesses trying to be more environmentally friendly. In
fairness, I think it's a good step in the right direction.
Yeah,
sure.
Definitely. Yeah.
We just need to go more deeper than the cosmetic stuff.
Yeah. So trend number 3, mobile commerce. We know we're just redesigning a website right now, and we know how important it is for it to be mobile friendly.
Yeah, I'd love to know more.
Okay, well, what about the website? About being mobile friendly?
Both. Yeah, both.
Well, so basically, our website right now is just going under a bit of a revamp, but just putting way more info into the nitty gritty stuff that people want to know about. We've been in business now for it's our 4th year now, so we've learned a lot about what e-commerce businesses want to know. So now we're putting that information actually into a website in a mobile friendly way or a tablet friendly way.
Yes.
Because we're seeing, even like on our analytics, it used to be the majority was desktop, but now it's going to mobile as a majority. So.
And it's really funny the way that the designing of the pages, you're having to really be specific on how big the text is, how large the images are.
It's hard
because
to know sometimes.
Yeah, because the images will be different. You'll see different components of an image on a mobile phone layout in a portrait size compared to the landscape when it's sort of positioned for the back shot of a background image or it's a feature image inside the actual page. It all makes a massive difference to what people actually think about in the end on how that goes through. So, but if it's done right, oh my god, you make sales like that.
Yeah,
so easy.
We looked up some stats from Australia Post, and 25% of people now make e-commerce purchases on their mobile. So
yes,
that's like if your website on mobile looks like crap, you're missing out on 25% of sales.
You're right. Like if you really wanted to increase, it's really good to think of putting that as a really big center point for your site to make it super mobile friendly. Because most of the time, if you do have a bricks and mortar component to your business, if you're mobile friendly, they will check out your products on the way to your store. Like, that's what they'll do. I do it all the time. So it's really good to have that front in mind. And there's nothing worse when you look at a mobile site and it looks like a desktop shrunk down. And it's just a really long list of all the categories, and then it blocks everything, and you don't have real space to move around on the page.
And there's like image like down there. So you got like text, but then because like the padding is sort of on this side, you have like text, and then the image is like underneath. Then you got text that's related to the text that's above. It's being blocked by the image.
Yes.
It's kind of hard to explain, but like you're breaking a paragraph of text by an image on your mobile, but it doesn't need to be there.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah.
So really, it makes a big difference for sure.
Yeah. So number 4 would be that speed matters. We work in logistics, Jesse. We know that, but like next business day deliveries continue to grow above average in 2019, up 21.1% year on year.
It's huge.
It's massive.
That's huge.
It's massive. And fashion and apparel purchases accounted for 59.8% of all next day deliveries, according to Australia Post.
Fashion and apparel, shoes, clothing, hats, belts. Yeah, it's insane.
Yep.
It's insane.
And it's coming down again to the convenience factor as well.
Yeah.
Everyone wants things really, really fast.
Yeah, they do.
And even alternate deliveries have grown. So PO boxes, how you can get stuff sent to like a news agency and pick it up when you go to the shops or something, you can pick it up.
That's super interesting. I haven't seen that kind of growth in a while, actually. It's really good. Because we're so busy like in the moment building the business that actually knowing that it's like it's effectively 60% is being accounted for all this fashion apparel. Like, that's insane. That's a lot.
Yeah. So social media has an evolving role.
Number 5.
Yep. E-commerce features by Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok which is now the new thing.
Are you on TikTok yourself?
I don't make videos on TikTok. I just watch TikTok videos. But
if you're on TikTok, please leave a comment. I'd love to know what you think of it. I haven't jumped on the TikTok bandwagon yet, but the TikTok wagon. What's a
bandwagon?
Bandwagon. Yes, I'm thinking of bandwagon. Sorry. But yeah, if you are on it, I'd really love to hear your thoughts about that. TikTok almost seems like Snapchat or like the replacement of Pinterest and all those other ones.
It's sort of just small. Remember Vine? It's sort of like Vine, except it really helps like people who do music. Like the whole point of TikTok, I think originally was for people to make weird videos about promoting like new undiscovered artists.
Is it like?
I think that's the point of it originally, but now it's just gone like
to all different genres.
Yeah. Now it's just like.
Is it same like Twitter? Like you have a limited amount of time to make the videos on, because like it seems like TikTok videos are quite short.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a limit, but yeah, they are. Majority of them are all short, and they're all like weird dance videos.
Yeah, or like the boomerangs was like.
Oh yeah, and like it slows down. Yeah. I don't know, it's cool. It's pretty cool.
I actually do like that Facebook boomerang thing when you make it and it's like it just bounces back and forth, and loops. But yeah, I've seen that on a lot of different personal pages, but I'm also seeing it on like product pages as well, which is really quite. And I don't know. Do you think it's a gimmick? Do you think it'll like last? Like, do you think they'll still be doing it in 10 years from now? TikTok or the boomerang videos and all that stuff on social media that we see.
I know, it's hard to say. Like everything changes so fast.
Really fast.
Like to be honest, I don't know. Sometimes I think, is Facebook even going to be around in 10 years?
I think Facebook will be, and Instagram will possibly be.
I think Instagram is bigger than
MySpace
Facebook.
was around 10 years. No, was it 10 years? 15 years ago.
Yeah,
MySpace.
I think it died like 2008-ish.
What else? I can't remember others that have died since then.
Bebo, is that one?
Like, but Facebook
Friendster,
MSN Messenger.
MSN.
The days.
Yeah,
just kidding. So TikTok's the new kid on this block.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And it's actually being a lead generator for Facebook and Instagram. No, it's a lead generator back to people's websites.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I think so. I mean, I haven't seen anyone sell things personally on TikTok. I've only seen the weird videos, like the weird dance videos and the memes. Not really like, hey, this is my piece of clothing. Why don't you buy it? Sort of thing.
Could imagine like people like doing fashion presentations. Check it out.
Yeah.
And then buy it. But the cool thing Facebook's doing, which you've got here on the page, is actually seeing those buy buttons on Facebook now.
Yeah.
And going straight to checkout, and especially on Instagram. That Instagram shop thing. That is working on a treat.
Yeah, that's so good because then, like before, when you had to just embed the link in and then hope that people click, and then you're taking away from Facebook. But if you can do the purchase all on Facebook, then no one's leaving any websites. That's a conversion killer if you have to go across to another page to check out. Like,
yes, it is. So try not to do that. All right, number 6, AI. Artificial intelligence is a moving space. Simon, you got to fill me in on this. What's going on here?
Okay, so I'll just go through the points that I got because, to be honest, I'm pretty new on the whole AI thing.
Okay.
But it's pretty interesting. So, global retailing spending on AI will reach 7.3 billion by 2022. And that's up from 2.2 billion in 2018, which was only 2 years ago.
So we're doing $2.2 billion in online trading through AI.
I think they're just spending
tools?
They're spending that much on the actual technology for the future. So they're trying to develop the AI technology.
Oh,
that's how much money they're spending on it.
So it's research spending.
Yeah.
And development spending that's going on.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And the AI tools right now range from automated marketing platforms that are equipped to generate timely offers to chatbots that respond to customer queries instantly. So Amazon's probably a good example of AI and just data mining.
Yeah.
Like they're almost in like the prescriptive sort of state where like they will know before time that this amount of people are going to buy this product and they'll stock up that product in preparation for those sales to come, which is freaky.
I can definitely understand where chatbots can apply, and I've seen them in action. I think they're still very early. For example, if you are filling in those, and we've probably all seen it, it's like, hi, like you go to a site, chatbot comes up, hi, can I help you? Click on it, and then it asks for your name, and then it gives you the next group of questions, and it's effectively, it's just an online form. Like you answer a question, it comes in with a form, and we'll have like sporadic, it will have, it's, do you remember those like adventure stories? Like you choose this path, you choose this path, you go page 27.
Oh yeah, like what's that game? There's a game on PlayStation, Heavy Rain.
Heavy Rain.
It's like do this, but if you don't do that, yeah, it's, I don't know.
And it'll go somewhere
It's
else.
a bit off topic, but
So, like the game and like the books, it's like when you choose a certain answer, the AI will definitely say, okay, based on this answer, it has this types of words. It has therefore this choice or this choice or this choice to make, and then we'll take the information from the previous choices to try and direct the best direction it goes through. And that I can understand it taking some base artificial intelligence to make those things, and those things will be used more than just e-commerce. Will be used in research, will be used in different services, and so it'll become something that'll be a bit more than just sales online. But through that, I can definitely see how those will become more often. Seeing a lot in Japan, actually, taken to this space with the robotics that they're using. So the expenditure of this being global,
yep.
I'm assuming a fair bit of that may be within
Asia,
Japan, South Korea,
China
itself, absolutely, a little bit in the US. I don't think there'll be much here in Australia.
Maybe, I don't know,
maybe
but
in Sydney.
Probably the most popular platform for messenger bots is Chatfuel. Have you heard of Chatfuel?
Tell us about Chatfuel.
It's basically like you can install it, I'm pretty sure, onto your page or onto Facebook as well, and you can just program your chat bot. And it's pretty easy. Like you don't need to learn. I mean, you probably need to learn some basic code, but it's sort of like it's like you know how like WordPress has got like the page builder.
Yes.
It makes it really easy to build websites.
Yes.
It's pretty similar with Chatfuel.
Oh, okay.
It's like purpose-built builder to help you.
And it comes with already preordained templates, which you just reuse the templates with, or like different components to just sort of splot it all together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's a nice UI.
And chatbots are also good because you can retarget people who you click on things on there.
Yes.
So that helps with e-commerce, especially retargeting is.
I'm curious. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how Amazon does with its mass amount of data, how it uses those to create product purchases and then retargeting product purchases like in AI or in an analytical report generator. I think that's what you would call it. For example, if you have your online store and you have done 10 years worth of trading with that online business, that online business would have probably stocked up maybe close to 500,000 different contacts, or you would have probably generated maybe in 10 years over 4 million trade sales. And out of those 500,000 contacts and 4 million trade sales, based on people who probably repurchase from you guys and all the rest of it, it'd be really interesting to see out of that process what's actually the timing on when people had done, because you need certain information to get a deeper understanding. For example, you want to know the age of the person, you want to know what's their current lifestyle. For example, I know they do this at Coles or at Woolworths or one of those chain stores where the products that a person buys at the shopping center based on loyalty cards will then stock away and say, okay, this person has bought baby nappies, or they've started to get this stuff at this time frame. Then the emails that they'll pass out will start being later on for toddlers in about a year or two from that time frame, or it'll be the next baby formula sizing up. So you start on infant formula for 6 months and under, and then you go to a year to 2 years, and then 2 to 3, and so it'd be selling discounts on the actual sizing, so it keeps in mind. That I could understand as an analytical report to show what kind of targeted products to send to a person. Now, I totally get most of us who are listening to this will be having probably just a singular range, but it's that information and understanding of the customer base, what kind of stuff they have bought, or when that product will come to the end of its life cycle to get ready to resell them the next one or the next version, whatever.
Yeah.
So that's probably where I could see a lot of the investment going into AI, and then how to make finding out that information easier.
Yep.
That's going to be huge.
Yep.
Whoever does that's going to make a lot of money.
So
Number 7.
Yeah, 7. Voice commerce. So I don't know if you own a Google Home or anything like that, or the Apple one.
We got one for free with our Telstra.
Oh, your Telstra box. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Telstra box gave us a Google thing.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, Google.
So
do you have one?
Yeah, I got one. Yeah.
Do you use it?
I only use it for music mainly and to check the weather. But I never like said, hey Google, get me a Big Mac or whatever.
Have you ever been like, hey Google, what's 6 times 7 or any like math equations?
Oh, no, I haven't done math equations. I've done that with Siri.
Or like, hey Google, tell us a joke. Or something silly. Oh my god, that's so funny.
But voice,
commerce?
yeah, definitely growing. 13% of US smart speaker owners were making purchases by voice last year. 55% growth is predicted by 2022. Voice shopping is a non-visual experience, which I find interesting. So we've gone from bricks and mortar, which is a visual and physical experience, to now online, which is visual, and now we're going to voice, which is not even visual anymore.
Wow. I wonder who would be doing that. I wonder if someone, now this is just fully theoretical right now, maybe someone's working in this space, and it might be something really interesting if you ever get into it. If you were able to say, okay, we are the platform to be adding to these Googles and Siris, where we provide the data information to that AI service to be able to pull the best shopping rates or shipping experience. I'm totally off talk off the top of my head here.
Yeah.
But to say like, okay, Google, tell me the best pizza in my space that has a discount tonight. You have this place and this place. They have currently a discount on Hawaiian pizza for 10%. Would you like to buy one? Hey Google, what's the price? Oh, the price is blah, blah, blah. Would you like to order? And like it's almost like an AI approach to connecting, which is like 0.6 of what you're talking about, where these two could like coincide together.
Yeah.
You could literally be doing the dishes if you have a dishwasher, don't mind that. Or you'd be just doing something with your family and talking about making a sales transaction in the process. That would be pretty gnarly.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, imagine that just like, just doing something like watching TV. Like maybe you might see an ad on TV.
Oh,
and just like, boom.
Hey Google.
I'll have that. Hey Google, can you get that thing I just saw on Channel 9? Yeah.
What was it? I just saw this amazing mop on Channel 9. Oh, do you mean the washing mop 6000 or whatever? Like, the products where this can be bought is on eBay for $47.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, that'd be really cool.
But I think an important point as well, I just wanted to end this trend on, is that brand becomes more important. Because you got to be very specific with Google, right? So like, say you wanted a burger, you won't just go to Google and say, hey, I want a burger. Google, get me a burger. You have to like be more. You have to be more sort of specific. You got to be like, hey Google, I want a Big Mac from McDonald's. So that's where like branding really becomes important.
Do you think this has the potential for, and it'd be really cool to get someone in here to talk about this, and if you are interested to know more about it, please write in the comments about what it would be like to have a voice e-commerce seller, or I don't know, it's not even e-commerce, it's a voice commerce. Is it voice commerce? Is that what it's called?
Guess so, we can call it voice commerce.
Be really interesting to see if this has more potential to go down this track. And like, so right now, the only people who were really, really making a lot of money back in the 1990s and early 2000s were the really big chain stores who had set up online sites. Those online sites were set up first, and then other service providers started to make other sites like WooCommerce back in mid-2000s, and then Shopify came to the marketplace around 2010, 2011, and then made it easier for us today in 2020 to actually get a site and hit the marketplace really, really quick.
Yeah.
So maybe in the same approach, voice commerce may only be for the big boys originally, but then it might be an opportunity for other people to be able to generate a store through whatever marketplace service providing infrastructure they put in play and run that through. If you know anyone that's doing this or in this space, it may be a little bit early. It might be maybe still a couple of years, maybe. Because I don't know, like, it'd be really interesting to see who's got like a voice thing.
Voice commerce? Oh, voice. Oh, yeah.
What's it called again? Voice box.
Yeah, no, I think it's Google Home, Amazon Echo, and I think Apple's got one like HomePod or something.
Like, we have the Google one, but it's just like a little, it's about this big, you know, it's really small.
Yep.
And then the Echo's like a little cylinder type thing.
Yep.
You have to like buy them, or like we got ours for free, but I don't know how many people will get it for free.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like it's a telephone. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you have the infrastructure, then the transaction process becomes available. But if you don't have the infrastructure, like the mobile phone to do the selling online, it may take a little while.
Yeah.
But you're saying we're looking at a 55% growth prediction by 2022.
Yeah. Which would mean that it's like about 18% of people would be in America will be using
most of the Western world.
Hey?
I wonder if it would be like, would it be in China? Would it be in Indonesia?
I think China probably be more ahead than the US.
You reckon?
China's pretty got some crazy S going on.
I'd be curious. But then it'd be like, you know, they'd be speaking in Mandarin.
Yeah.
Wei ni hao. What's this? I'd be like, okay. Oh my god, that would be so good. Like if they were doing that and voice commerce was taking over the world. That'd be so cool. That'd be like the next thing. We should probably get someone to talk about that.
That'd be cool. Voice commerce is definitely. I find it interesting.
I find it interesting
because as I said before, it's gone from physical, visual to then just visual. Now not visual anymore.
Yeah, it's just like audio.
Is this going to become like nothing anymore? Is this going to become like automated? Like not even.
Please write in the comments if you really think that's interesting. Please let us know, and we'll definitely talk more about it. If it's enough, let us know as well. All right.
So
Number 8.
Subscription. So yeah, it's great for both the customer and for the vendor as well.
Subscription train rolls on.
Yeah.
Got it. Man, there's a business that's just joining us, and they run through a subscription model right now. And we'll just drop the name. They're called The Little Shop of Happiness. Very, very nice, cute little business. Check it out on the website, thelittleshopofhappiness.com.au. Very interesting. They run on a subscription model right now, and they are just pumping out a whole bunch of types of happiness boxes, but every time they send it, the product's a little different on the inside.
Yeah.
But then there's also the other subscription ones, like everyone knows, you know, the Dollar Shaving Club.
Yeah.
The Shaving Dollar Club. Did I just butcher that?
Yeah, you did.
Sorry.
Dollar Shave Club.
Sorry.
Socks as a service, SAS.
Isn't there something around the toilet, like butt wipe or something? What's the toilet one? Toilet paper one?
I'm not sure what toilet paper one is, but Australians probably need it. At the time of recording, anyway, chaos of coronavirus and people buying toilet paper. Anyway, we're getting off topic.
Insane.
But yeah, subscriptions are good because like your CLV, the customer lifetime value, is obviously greater if you can keep them going. Instead of one-off purchases, they're purchasing for like 12 months.
That's right.
And if you can keep the consistent buyer experience and delivery experience going, they're going to stick around because they know that you're going to consistently deliver.
Yeah, it's true.
So
it's really interesting to always trying to keep a value proposition high within a subscription model too, because if the value proposition starts to stagnate, it can be very difficult. Now, I'm only speaking with a limited amount of knowledge here, so do take my opinion with a pinch of salt. But based on what I see in subscriptions, like they've always got to like be of a good quality and something you want all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It needs to be like staples almost.
Yeah.
Like underwear or socks or cereal or...
I'd be really interested to see who's actually a part of a subscription-based model structure. in their daily life because you're paying for something. You know you're going to pay for it. Like if you're going to... I personally don't use the Dollar Shave... I don't use the razors that these guys sell. Sorry. I'm super old school. I'll get a pack from Kohl's, a pack of 20, and just reuse the same razor till the gel falls off.
Yeah.
It's really interesting to see like how many people use them, or use even the perfume ones or the underwear ones, or it's usually what I'm seeing the subscriptions for is different daily average things you need to use, or it's like surprise, this is what's in your box this month kind of ones. And so it'd be really interesting to see how many people stay on those subscriptions. Like, so yeah, if you guys are hearing this, please tell us because it'd be super interesting to know.
Yeah. I think also, I mean, it's not really e-com related, but like software as a service, SaaS. I think, or even just like services, just like services subscriptions like Netflix and stuff like that.
See,
like you always just put like, you know, $13 a month doesn't really seem like a lot. It just kind of just goes in the background with Netflix, you know. So
with SaaS and utilities and stuff like that, they're kind of like, they are things you agree to. For example, if you got an electric bill, you know you're gonna have to pay that. That is a service being provided or through a product, which is electricity. But when it comes to these other things, it's like the product type arrangement has to be something that I really need that this month. Like I really need it. I can't live without it. But I don't like, but to shop around, because like you do it for gas, you do it for electricity, you do it for the clothing, you do it for toiletries.
Yeah.
But I'm curious, I'm genuinely curious to know about, like I remember they used to do it for books, the old encyclopedias. I think, no, actually no, they were one-off purchase transactions.
National Geographic, I think they did.
Yeah, National Geographic magazines another one as well. Getting the New York Times, you do it for a subscription for a period of time.
I think even newspapers are doing it now because no one buys the newspapers one-off anymore.
Yeah, so the newspapers try to stay alive through that. So they're selling a product, but the product is a digital asset, which you're selling through. So a physical asset to be able to subscribe that to it. Like it's really interesting to see who's actually really succeeding. But I think you're right. Like it's Netflix and other digital assets that exist out there, or media formats. Like, what would you sell if you were to open up a subscription business? What would you sell? Like, what would it be?
I don't know, to be honest. I think it would have to be something that's repeat purchasable. So, like cars wouldn't be a subscription service because you buy that like
every last 10 years.
Yeah. But like, I don't know, cereal, different types of cereal per month from like different countries. I don't know. I'm just coming up with stuff on top of my head.
No, that could work because I know toiletries.
There's one called Loot Crate. Have you heard of Loot Crate before?
Loot Crate?
Yeah, they just send you random nerd stuff and games and stuff every month.
So it's like a surprise. Here's your nerdy stuff for this week.
Yeah. Month. And I think you have to fill out a questionnaire of stuff that you like. So it's coming again into the AI. So imagine like AI running this, but at the moment I think you just fill out a questionnaire of stuff that you like, and then they'll just, according to your answers, they'll send you
what you want.
What they think you like.
I have seen some where they'll do like clothing, and clothing will be like you rent clothes, really nice clothes.
Oh yeah, I've seen
for a short period of time.
Yeah. And
then they'll steam clean. They'll give it to you for a week. They'll take it away. Yeah. And they'll give you another set of clothes, and they just do that every week. I think it was weekly. I don't think it was monthly. And then they would just clean it and then send it off to the next person.
Yep.
And the process, like that was on Shark Tank actually at one point. I think it was on one of the last 2 years in the seasons that the business came in saying he was selling these clothes. No, he was subscribing these clothes out to people to get really nice clothing that was of high quality value. They'd take it out for a function, they'd take it back, pass it on to the next person. And what he was asking for investment for was for just a larger range of clothing lines that he could pass out as for his weekly shipping runs. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
That's like a lot of fashion. Like you got to make sure your fashion's right. And
you kind of want these subscription models to run automatically.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't need to like get this from that lady back, and then steam it again, and so you can send it to someone else. In the meantime, you got to buy more stock in that is new and then send that out.
I think some of the best
I think it'd be a
subscriptions would
nightmare.
be like the electricity business. It's like the best one, but it changes up and down based on service usage.
Yeah.
Oh my god! You put in the line, put the power in,
Done.
money.
Internet as well.
Internet. Oh my god! Telstra is killing it with the internet. You set up a contract and you're away.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So we got 2 more trends that we want to talk about.
Okay.
So multiple payment options. So we've run this through pretty quick, but so I guess offering PayPal and credit card is enough anymore in e-com. You got to offer Afterpay, ZipPay, whatever pay.
yes.
Afterpay is doing awesome things.
Have you ever abandoned a cart because you only had credit card payments as your only option?
Yep.
You have?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
What would you have preferred as a secondary choice?
PayPal.
PayPal.
Yep.
Wow.
Even though it's a bit old school, but yeah.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
Even Afterpay is good. Like I don't use Afterpay unless I know, even if I got, and it's kind of weird that I say this, but even if I got the money in my account, I'd rather Afterpay it and just like have it run for like 4 weeks. I don't know. Instead of just losing all that money at once.
Finn's the same. Like my wife does exactly the same thing. She'll get something from Officeworks, and we'll already have the cash, but she'll just use Afterpay because she wants to keep more cash in the bank and just let it go out slowly.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'm
funny,
like, go. Just
yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. There's something in this multi-payment option thing that's not listed here on the page, and it's about the Indonesian marketplace, Southeast Asian marketplace, where it's pay on delivery.
Yeah.
That's an actual delivery payment choice that people really still accept today. Within Australia, we've come to the cultural acceptance that payment is done before the action of service, but to the international players just north of us, payment is delivered only after actions of service are completed. So it's super interesting that if that payment option was available and the infrastructure was available, that would make conversions on a lot more sales. Like if you knew, you would literally say, you don't have to pay for it until it's at your door for inspection. How many more sales would you close?
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, yeah, I'll take that. Get the guy, bring it on a Gojek, bring it to your door, check it out. Yeah, okay, here's the cash. Or do a pay wave, or use your mobile phone. Like that's insane. Like that would be really cool if that infrastructure was available. It's not really in Australia, but
yeah. But again, sadly, I think at the e-com event that we just had,
yes,
Brad said I think it was like 6% or something. They were saying have got credit cards in Indonesia or something.
Yeah,
something really low.
It's really low.
Something really low.
It's just the infrastructure wasn't there. Like when credit cards were set up for Indonesia, everyone still believed heavily in cash. So cash was still the big transaction model. So, yeah, I mean, probably thankfully a lot of people have accepted it, but there are still a huge demographic of people here in Australia that probably would buy from people's websites if that option was available. That's all we're saying.
Possibly, yeah.
If you are a service that actually allows payment on delivery, please get in contact with us. We would love to talk to you.
So number 10, the last one.
Sales events.
Sales events. So more sales events are appearing all the time. Black Friday, so Monday, 31.6 year-on-year growth in 2019. Again, insane. But let's just go through, just to end the podcast, we'll just go through the list that we got of all the sales days that exist, that we know of anyway.
Sure. We've got this cool little sheet.
We're
going to blow it up on the video so you can actually see
Thanks,
this.
Australia Post.
In the editing.
So Click Frenzy is number 1. End of financial year sales, number 2. VOSN, which I just honestly just found out just for the podcast what it was.
What is that?
It's Vogue Online Shopping Night.
Vogue.
Yep. So it must be the magazine. So the magazines must run shopping nights for.
So Vogue is mostly apparel, right?
I think so, makeup and stuff like that. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, beauty products.
Yeah. So they run 2 apparently, and the one in October was actually bigger than Amazon Prime Day.
So, did this information come from an Australian website?
This is from Australia Post.
Australia Post.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Australia Post. Drop a tag.
Hi Scott.
Hi Scott. Our account manager. Yeah. So fill us in, man. So
there's Boxing Day as well. 18%. May Mayhem, which I never heard of before, but apparently that's one.
Yeah.
After EA Day, which is 2 of them, so there's one in March and one in August. So obviously just sales on Afterpay. Black Friday, Cyber Monday week, Amazon Prime Day, and there's also Labor Day sales as well that we just had.
So let me
Which is
understand
crazy,
this. If
but-
this is Australian transactions within the domestic market, Amazon Prime Day was the second highest transaction period
Yeah.
for last year.
Yep. Second highest.
That's
Amazon
crazy.
Prime. Yeah.
Amazon's only been in Australia for like 4 years. 3 years.
3, yeah.
It's only been in Australia for 3 years, and it's already the second highest.
Yep. It's even bigger than Black Friday and Cyber Monday week, which I find interesting.
I find that very hard to believe.
But I honestly thought that Black Friday and Cyber Monday would be the biggest,
Yeah,
to be honest. Like, I never heard of this Vogue online sales night, and it's massive. I guess they'll be including all the magazine subscription things too.
yeah. Vogue Online SN.
Yep.
It's like
Shopping night.
shopping night. So that really would support in the apparel and fashion in the speed of delivery next day for that transaction process.
Possibly, yeah. If they do offer next day delivery, then yeah, for sure.
That would make sense for that. I would really love to get some statistics, because this is coming from the Australia Post statistics based on their shipping of movements.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's if you go on Australia Post website, I think every year they release like this e-commerce report thing. Yeah. So they get all the data that they collect over the year and just put it in a PDF, 30-page PDF, and there's
Very
awesome
good information.
info in there. Yeah.
Very, very interesting stuff, because it's on our side of our world where we are as moving product all the time. It'd be cool to see what happens on 11 of 11 as well, to see how it competes
That hasn't
against
been
this
mentioned
guy.
here.
And I think mainly it's not there because
It's not really a thing here.
Australia Post does not have a very good international shipping infrastructure. There's lots of partnerships. Ooh, smack in face! DHL, FedEx, sadly take the cake on that side of the fence.
Hi, Lisa.
Yeah. So they are very, very good at that.
Cool.
Very
Well,
cool.
Those are the 10 trends. We'll just run through the titles quickly. So online sales growth, environmental topics influencing buyers, mobile commerce booming, speed of delivery, social media's involvement in e-com, AI, voice commerce, subscriptions, multiple payment options, and sales events. Those are the 10.
Yes. If anything out of this that you found was the most interesting, please let us know. Again, in the comments, and we could totally roll on with that information to make it bigger and better than what we are doing now.
Yep.
Thank you so much for listening to us today. Have a wonderful day.
Yep. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
See you later.